So we've got a new family adventure. Behind me, you can see a lot of stuff. We cleared out my dad's storage unit. As I mentioned in a previous video, we unfortunately lost him in last couple months. So as I'm going through all of their stuff, their accumulation of life items, I've come across a large amount of aviation related material, and in that I've found a lot of stuff for the company that my dad used to work for, and that is Helio in southeastern Kansas. Growing up, Helio was always a big name that we would talk about, like working at Helio, being at Helio with his dad, who also worked at Helio. Even to, talking about my dad's time in Tulsa and getting his engineering degree, or I'm sorry, his mechanics degree to work on aircraft, which, when I look back, all the jobs that my dad had throughout his life, I feel like, just like in my job that I love a lot, he always showed the most passion about the time that he had working for Helio and really doing what he loved in aviation. But so this new adventure, so we're going through all this stuff, and I found a ton of information on the Helio aircraft. So pictures and documents, and I'm going to share a little bit with you today because I am really excited about it. I'm even more excited about it because a couple months ago, probably even longer than that, maybe within the last year, a buddy of mine sent me a YouTube video to share with my dad that these, and I don't really know a lot about it, but basically from the video, this guy interviews people in aviation, and he goes and interviews these two gentlemen in Alaska that are restarting the Helio airplane, and that excites me, right? And it's funny, I don't even know if my dad remembered that he had all this information, because they mention in the video that they're having a hard time bringing back this certified bush plane that is, unbeknownst to me, hard to find in that bush plane or STOL, and I'll talk a little bit about that. I'm learning too, that STOL marketplace, right? So just a few things, like looking at stuff like this. So Helio News, this is March 28th of 1984. This is my grandfather, Mr. Robert Holt, and basically this is just a congratulations to him on his retirement from Helio Corporation. Even with quotes on the back. I had no idea this existed, and my grandfather passed away before I ever got to know him, but finding a piece like this that tells so much about him and about what he did is amazing. And then on top of that, finding stuff like articles in the local paper, Plant to Regain Its Small Niche in Aviation Industry. So I was actually born in Greenville, Mississippi. I'm from Kansas. I've always been from Kansas, but for this small portion of time, I was born in Greenville, Mississippi, because my dad was down there for the Helio Corporation. I believe, I need to do more research, but I believe it was for a military contract because of the amazing capabilities of a Helio aircraft. The military would use them for supplies and surveillance and things like that. Again, I'm starting out. I'm going to have to do a lot of research, and I want to take everybody along with this because this is an adventure, and I want to have this for my boys to be able to look back and see how involved in this aircraft and in this industry that their great grandfather and their grandfather were. So the Helio aircraft here on the water, be pretty cool. A picture of my grandfather, and I'm not sure who the other gentleman is, but at Helio. And then even this newspaper clipping of a Helio aircraft. I'm not sure what this may have gone along with the clipping that I found, but it's laminated, so it was special. And so here's the clipping. But even just seeing my pops' name right there, pretty dang cool. So I reached out to Helio Alaska via Instagram. I couldn't find any contact information, so I went to the social media route. I found their page, and like when I went to their page, it was awesome because they truly are trying to bring back the Helio aircraft, and just seeing their clips of their first flight with the aircraft that they worked on. It was just a fun experience. Again, I've never been really super passionate about aviation, but with all this coming up, it's exciting. It really is exciting. So I messaged him. I just said, "Hey there. I hope you're doing well. My name is Will, and I wanted to reach out because I came across some historical Helio documents and drawings while going through some of my late father's belongings. My family has a bit of history with Helio. Both my grandfather and my father worked with Helio in Pittsburgh and southeastern Kansas. In fact, I was actually born in Greenville, Mississippi, because my dad was doing work for Helio down there, likely tied to some military projects at the time. A buddy of mine in aviation actually mentioned that he saw a YouTube interview with the two gentlemen working to restart the Helio program. He noted that they're looking for any historical information since there isn't a lot out there. I thought these documents might be a great help to you in that effort. If you think they could be useful, I'd love to chat more about how to get them to you. Thank you so much, and looking forward to hearing from you." So I sent that. I was like, I don't know. The world of social media, you send those things out, and maybe they never open their inbox, right? But I think it was either that day or the next day. "Thanks, Will. That sounds great. You can shoot me an email. We'd definitely be interested if they seem like they might have some useful information in them. We appreciate you thinking of us." Getting that was it was awesome. It really, like, just super exciting. And I really do think, like, boxes, even though there's a ton of boxes over here, like, all of that is documentation, parts information, drawings. And again, without my knowledge of aviation, it's all kind of foreign to me. But when I look at it, I was like, man, there's a lot of stuff here. And I just hope in honoring my father and my grandfather that maybe one piece of information can help them. And knowing how passionate my dad was about aviation and how passionate he was about Helio, if one piece of information can help them, I think it'd be awesome. So I'm gonna keep you updated throughout this. With their correspondence. I sent an email today, and just patiently awaiting a response. But basically, email them. Thank you so much for getting back to me. I really appreciate it. I do have a fairly extensive collection related to Helio aircraft that I believe could be useful. It includes original documents, aircraft specifications, engineering drawings, photos, and some historical reference material. Much of it came from my father's time working with Helio and related projects, and it's been carefully stored over the years. I'd be happy to share whatever would be most helpful to you. If you have a preferred way of reviewing blah blah blah, hey, how can we figure that out? In this last part, I am excited about what you're doing with the Helio. I'm glad to contribute in any way that might help preserve or support the program. I really am. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I think Dad, I honestly just don't think he remembered that he had this stuff, because we watched the video together that my buddy sent me, and it brought up some memories for him that was awesome to share, and he shared those memories with me of his time at Helio. So again, it's an adventure, and it's fun. Thanks.